Hello and welcome to the August 21st stream of Skin Deep Development. I am Brendan Chung, and today I thought we would kind of go through our backlog, our to-do list, and try to knock some of these things out. So here's what we got so far, and I think what we're going to try to start with is we have a thing where we have a lock-on for some weapons. Let's say for this one. Then you fire it and it shoots them. But the problem that we have is that if the character is moving around, the projectile, because it's not an instant hit projectile, sometimes the lock-on kind of makes you miss the shot because the bullet will be going toward where the lock-on target was and not where it currently is, if that makes sense. So the character's kind of moving around. I'm trying to figure out what's the best way to solve that. I think one way is we could just spawn the projectile at the location of the lock-on target. So instead of traveling through the air, we just kind of spawn it right there and it does the damage, which could work. The only problem is if we want to do that for the shotgun, it gets kind of confusing. Like, does that mean that every single one of these buckshot shells spawns that one spot? I don't know, maybe that's not such a bad idea. Well, let's just try it out and see if this even works in the first place. Alright, I'm gonna go here. And let's try to find a function that is it right here? Begin attack. It doesn't look right. Let's look at where we spawn a projectile. Projectile. Alright, looks like this is it. Event launch projectiles. Okay. Let's see if this gets triggered. Alright, cool. So it is getting called. And we're gonna put the call stack. Alright, everything looks fine. Alright, so this is where projectiles are called. So I think this is where we are going to modify the code. There's a lot of stuff in here. Chemical is client. Oh, there's a instant hit projectiles flag right here. Maybe that could help us out. But we're not a client. Okay. But maybe we can kind of copy this code. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, so this code does a bunch of calculations to create the random bullet spread. Clip translation. Okay. Okay. Oh, and right here is my code if the player is using auto aim. All right, cool. So. Okay, so I think we can do some magic to make the projectile spawn like right next to the target. Make sure the projectiles start inside the bounding box. Number of projectiles. Projectile, create, owner. Muzzle origin. Okay, so it looks like right there. Muzzle origin is what we want to modify. Okay, cool. Before we go any farther, we want to have a test case to see whether our changes actually work or not. So first we got to recreate the situation where the projectile misses all the time. And we're going to do that by making this monster mad. Let's do this instead. Oops. Oh, well, that's not a good test. Let's try that again. What I'm trying to do is trying to recreate the problem where the projectile misses. Well, now that I'm trying to reproduce this bug, of course it doesn't appear, because that's how bugs work. Let's try this. Let's try changing it a little bit. We're gonna alert the bad guy to run up here. There it is. Okay, so if you're pretty far away, oops, if you're pretty far away and you try to fire, it sometimes misses. All right, I think that's pretty good. That's a decent test case. Let's see what's going on here. Muzzle position. Oh, okay. So, muzzle position is where the projectile spawns. Okay, let's try this. Let's try this. Where is it? All right, here you are. If you're in auto aim, then do that. If you're not in auto aim, then do the normal stuff. Okay. Muzzle position equals. Let's just try spawning it in the actual auto aim position. Owner auto aim position. Let's see if this just works. That would be great. Okay, load it up. Okay. Oh, so far so good. Let's try it one more time. Cool. All right, and let's try this test. Long distance running test. Oh no! Does not work. In fact, seems even worse. Let's try that again. Let's also make sure that this is getting called. Muzzle position. Yeah, I really thought this would work. So. Oh. Oh, wait. Looks like I'm calling the wrong thing. Okay, I see. Yeah. This is auto aim is not on. That's why. Okay, alright. If your auto aim position is not 0 and you have auto aim enabled, let's try this. Okay, let's test this out. Nope. Let's try it again. Alright, so it's getting called. It's just wrong. What is happening? Let's try in slow motion. So it's like hitting the wall behind it, it looks like. It's kind of hard to see. Huh, yeah, it's hitting the wall behind the monster. Uh-oh. Oh, this poor AI. It's very confused right now. Okay. All right, so it's hitting the wall behind the character. All right, I have an idea. What we're going to try is instead of spotting the projectile directly at the target position, we're going to move it back towards the player a little bit. So hopefully that'll give the projectile a little bit of distance to move. Okay, yeah, so what I think is happening is that it's spawning directly inside the character, and therefore it's not registering as a collision. So if we spawn it a little bit outside the player's bounding box, sorry, outside of the target's bounding box, and then kind of give the bullet some time to move, and hopefully that will make it behave better. Alright, so we're going to grab the direction that the bullet wants to move in. Lock direction. Owner, auto aim position, minus muzzle origin, vector normalize. Okay, so that's direction from that. Muzzle position equals target position plus vector, and how far away do we want it to be? 16 units. Let's try that. try this again. Okay, so that worked. Let's try this test again. Nice and far away. Ah, unsuccessful. Maybe this is the wrong way of doing it. Maybe instead of using a projectile, I should just make it do like an instant damage call on the creature. Try one more time. Yeah. Alright, what's going on? Is it just hitting the wall behind it? Oh, so it is. Ah. So it is hitting the bad guy. But it looks like it's not doing a headshot. As you can see this massive neck wound. So it's hitting them, but not at the right spot. I wonder if we could just make this distance shorter, and will it behave better? Let's try 4 units. Mouse Mountain says thorough search technique. Yeah, I mean moving in a big circle, pretty good way of finding a thing, I think. Brim of Obscurity says, huh, using a lighter for debugging, I love it. Yeah, I have to admit I made the lighter partly because I just needed a flashlight for this game. Everything's so dark all the time. Wait, what did I change? All right, yeah, I changed that. All right, let's test this out again. Hey. Hey. All right, maybe that was... This doesn't feel like, no, I think that'll work. It's not the most bulletproof solution. No pun intended. All right, I mean, 2 for 2 so far. Let's try one more time, just to make sure it works. Alright, I feel good. 3 for 3. Seemed to work well enough. If we do auto lock on for the shotgun, it's going to make every single shotgun shell spawn right on the player's head or the enemy's head. Yeah, that'll be a thing. I mean, that'll be kind of interesting, I guess. Cool, let's check this in. All right. Change how lock on works. Next to lock on. All right. Let's remove that from our list. Guarantee the shot. Yeah, close enough. Cool, cool, cool. Eric's Comic says you could do a direct damage call on top of the projectile to be sure it always works. I think that would do like double damage though, wouldn't it? Or it would like 2 different sets of damage. I mean, I guess if I was to do that, I would just not do the projectile, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, maybe in the long run, maybe it doesn't really make sense to do a projectile for this because there's no real well, I think the big reason to do it is to make it a bit more consistent of like, if I end up changing the projectile or the damage that the projectile does, it would make the code a little bit easier to maintain if it just kept using the same projectile code. I don't know. We'll see if this becomes a problem in the long run. Anton says, seeing the flashlight spot jump all over the place when you shoot them looks great. Cool, thank you. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. I added a flashlight and also a laser sight on the weapon. I want the bad guys to be extremely easy to locate in the world. Yeah, looks pretty good. I also changed how the light beam works. So the front, or the origin point of the light beam is bound to the flashlight, but the end point of the light beam down over here is bound to the character's eyeball bone. So it always tracks at what they're looking at, which I think is kind of nice because it'll kind of serve as a what do we call it? A vision cone indicator. So it's extremely clear what direction the AI is looking at, which is a little bonus. Okay. All right. What else do we got? Okay, remove gun when dead. So right now when the kill the AI, their weapon just kind of floats above their body, which looks pretty strange. So what we can do is I think we could just make a separate skin that removes the gun. That could work. Before we do that, let's take a look at how id Software handled this. Let's see, how do we find this? I guess it would, let's see if they just made a different skin for it. Let's see, weapon. Commando. Maybe they didn't use skins. All right, what's going on here? Security, deface, face 1, face 2, face helmet. Oh, okay. So it looks like they are grabbing the gun texture and then turning it off with the no draw texture. So maybe this is the way. Let's take a look. What happens here? Oh, it's a cinematic. That's what they're doing. Let's look at what skins they use. Skin, skin, skin. Skin, skin, skin. Alright, so all their skins are related to cinematics. How do they hide the gun then? Or maybe they just don't. So the way maybe they just make the weapon positioned in their hand. All right, I mean, I guess we don't want to do that because we want to be able to have the weapon be this thing that flies down the character. So let's just make a skin that removes the weapon. Base skins. Okay. Skins, monsters, thug, no weapon. Okay. And what textures do we want to change? MD5. Oh, this does not have textures, unfortunately. Okay, we'll just manually open up the file. Base models, monsters, thug. There you are. Shader. There we are. Models, weapons, rifle, skin. Is there anything else? Oh, do we need to hide the muzzle flash? I don't think so. Or, yeah, you know what? Let's just do it. Just in case. Oh, do we want to turn off the light beam? No, let's keep that. I like the light beam. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to swap these 3 textures out for the no draw texture, and that should make them invisible. Copy you. Trying to figure out the best way to do this. Let's look at the script for the bad guy. Where are you? There you are. I don't remember if there's a script call that gets called when it gets killed. No, it looks like there is. State killed. Monster was killed. Okay, I wonder if we can just call a set skin call right here. Set skin. This thing. All right, let's try that out. Florian Veltman asks, is the light beam using the same tech as the flares? No, the light beam's using a different thing. It's a, I guess they call it a tube sprite in this engine. It is a tube. Let's see. No, it doesn't render in here. Well, it's a tube that always faces the player camera. But is oriented on a certain axis. So if the bad guy turns around, oops, didn't mean to do that. The tube will like turn to look at the camera. Oh, wait, what's happening here? Oh. Oh. Okay. So it called the command, but it looks like it cannot. Oh, okay, it can't find the skin. Let's try this again. Jump out, jump back in. Okay, so the gun is disappearing. That's cool. But unfortunately, oh, yeah. So the character is using a different, a different skin by default. It's using this white skin, or this white coat. But when I kill him, oh, that's a bug. It defaults to the original skin, which is kind of the gray and orange color scheme. Yeah, unfortunately, I need to do something else to make this work. Oh, that's funny. The light is slowly rotating. Why are you moving? Are you moving? Okay, so for some reason the head is just kind of lollying around, and that's making the flashlight wiggle around. That's pretty cute. All right. Okay, so the texture gets changed, and we don't want that to happen. How do we do this? We could just, yeah, we'll just do this for now. We're just going to tell it to manually refer to that different texture. Okay. All right, so the other thing we need to do is we need to turn off the laser beam thing. As much as I do like it. Yeah, let's. There you are. Okay, so where do you get killed? There you are. All this stuff. Bunch of things happened. Add to the bottom. Laser sight beam. Hide. Laser sight beam target. Hide. And the little dot that appears at the end, you also hide. All right, let's try it out. Mouse Fountain says, funny side effect is that the dead bad guy lying on their back is like a signal flare because of their flashlight beam. Yeah, I'm really happy about that because I think it's gonna be a pain in the butt to try to find things sometimes. This will make it a lot easier. What's happening here? I broke it somehow. Alright, so it looks like my code, my modification made it, wait, hang on. There was a weird comment about being freaking slow. Travel distance returns the travel distance from one place to the other. This is freaking slow. Alright, that's good to know. Where is it? Right here. Aha. Alright, so you're not getting called. Why aren't you getting called? Null. You're not null. Are you hidden? Let's just do that. If you're alive, then update the laser beam, then if not, then don't update it. Cool. Alright, so that did it. What was I testing? Alright, does the laser beam disappear if you kill him? Yes. Cool. Good. Let's double check our changes. Gun disappears. Alright, good. Awesome. Anton says one of my favorite games, Receiver, was originally going to have a manual battery changes for the Walkman and Maglite. Will you let us pick up or extract something from these lamps? Oh, that's a fun idea. Like salvaging something out of the flashlight. Or the bad guy's flashlight. Yeah, that could be cute. Let me add that to our notes, see if we could do something with that. Eric's Comics asks, are some enemies still going to use the old thug skin? I don't know. I'm actually not a really big fan of the old thug skin. I think this one reads a lot better. The old one had like really bright pants, so you kept looking at their pants for some reason. I didn't like that. Nothing wrong with bright pants, but I don't know. It felt weird that they were so attention grabbing for the bad guy. I don't know. I really should just try to fix that old skin, make it work better. Mouse Mountain says, I just remembered I was in a playtest once of a Splinter Cell game, and there was this incredible bug with some kind of kinematic ragdoll system they were using. Something could bug out and keep playing animations on dead enemies. So you throw a grenade into a room and then go into it, and there'd be like 5 guys lying on the ground but still walking in a physically simulated way. Ugh, that's creepy. I kept messing with it to the point that the person running the playtest was like, please ignore this. That's really good. In my opinion, dead things should wiggle less. But that's just my take. Nicolael asked, what's the reasoning behind removing weapons on NPCs? The reason is because the weapon is kind of embedded into the model right now, and when they die, the weapon ends up in kind of like a weird place. So what we're going to do is we're going to hide the weapon and then spawn like a weapon pickup at the same position. So we'll swap out the cosmetic model and replace it with the actual usable weapon the player can pick up if they want to. Oops, sorry. What else? Florian Veltman says, I feel like the idle pose for the bad guys could do with some lowering of the shoulders. Ah, I think you're right. I didn't really think about that. Yeah, I think you're right, but I think I'm just gonna leave it for now. I think it's good enough. I'm trying my best to not get stuck into too much art holes. So I think sometimes I kind of get too. I kind of get trapped in a place where I just start tweaking art over and over and over again. And for this game, I'm trying to be a bit more responsible with how I use my time and energy. All right, that's looking pretty good. I like that. Remove gun, spawn weapon. There it is, spawn weapon. short delay between hearing. Okay. Yeah, let's try to spawn a weapon when the bad guy's dead. That'll be fun. Do I already have something like that? I guess I don't. Well, I mean, I know that default Doom 3 has, or do they? I thought they did. They had like weapon or some sort of item pickup when you kill bad guys. Let's just walk through the code to see what happens when an AI gets killed. Florian Development says, yeah, art can be an absolute rabbit hole. I have the same problem at the moment. Should be building levels, but making things look better is so rewarding. Yeah, that's kind of the thing, right? Because like the thing with art and particle effects and visual stuff in general is that you're kind of like guaranteed to have this positive benefit to the game, and so you think, oh, this will be like 100% guaranteed way to make this game better. But the problem is the game like has so much other pieces that need attention and sometimes need sometimes are more need more immediate attention than making smaller changes. And it's very difficult to kind of make the call sometimes. All right, so what happens when the AI gets killed? End the attack. Stop making sounds. You clear animations on the head. Remove attachments. I wonder what that is. Remove any attachments. I guess if things are bound to you, they get removed. I don't know. Remove projectile. Okay. Stop moving. Your enemy. Become unsolid. Start ragdoll. Oh, interesting. You can make it use a different model when it's dead. Awesome. Huh. I wonder if we could use that somewhere. Maybe for like a robot, if you destroy it, it could go to like a different model where it's all messed up. That could be kind of nice. Run the script. Oh, maybe this is it. Definition drops. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Let's see if we're already doing this in Skin Deep. We are not. Okay, let's see how Doom 3 does it. Huh. So Doom 3 has is not using it anywhere. Why? That's weird. Oh, okay. No, wait. Okay, so it is using it. They're just renaming. Just the way that it's named is kind of weird. Definition drop. Well, let's just try throwing this in here. Definition drop death item. And we're gonna try to drop a shotgun. Alright, let's see if this works. Mouse Fountain says, I do lots of art stuff when I'm in a slump. For that reason, it's maybe not the most productive, but it's helpful for getting back into the groove of something. Yeah, I'm definitely the same way where, for me, my thing that I do is particle effects. Because I think particle effects, at least for me, are particularly rabbit hole-y. And so when I'm kind of stuck with something, I'll just kind of do a quick particle effect or tweak something, and that kind of gets me back into the groove if I'm not feeling it for some reason. All right. Well, a shotgun appeared in midair. That definitely happened. Maybe I'm just spotting the wrong thing. Maybe there's like a movable version of this thing that I'm... Aha, there it is. There you are. Let's try this one more time. Hey! Weapon pickup. Why is it not pick-upable though? That's weird. Let's try that. Ah, there it goes. My gently wiggling shotgun. Done? You done wiggling? Oh. Nothing happens when I prob it. Alright. Got some work to do. Cool. Well, it's on its way. It's getting there. Yeah. Okay. Did that. Why can't I pick it up? That's really weird. Let's see what happens when I throw this one. Throw it. Oh. Yeah, it does work. What is happening? Cool. It's an incredibly dangerous shotgun. Okay, there's some weird bug happening when the monster drops a thing. It's not pick upable. Let's remove that in that case. Do here, do nothing. All right, that's the only thing we changed. Let's add a little note for ourselves. All right, let's also add some notes to our to-do list. Weapon dropped by AI cannot be picked up, question mark. Fix, all right, cool, let's check it in. Yupika says orange, orange, orange. Yes, I agree. I love that cute little orange emoji. It is my favorite. Florian Veltman says that shotgun rolling about is really cool looking, but maybe they could drop a bag of bullets as well. That would be physics. That'd be fun. Anton says, are the guns going to spin in the air as they get thrown so I can finally experience firsthand that scene from True Lies with the guns on the stairs? So I think maybe... So I think that the way the guns work now is that they only fire if they have a sufficient impact. So I'm not sure if the staircase will do that, but that would be funny. Mouse Fountain says, what if the guards dropped oranges? Anton says they should if they hold them, in my opinion. Yeah, we definitely need some orange tech in this game. Maybe oranges would like... Maybe you'll get like scurvy if you don't eat oranges. That would fit with the whole space pirate theme, I think. Okay, I think I'm gonna call it a day for now. It is 11 o'clock here. Cool. Thank you so much for joining me. This has been a lot of fun. Lots of cool stuff being added to the game, and lots of really cool suggestions and chats in the chat. Yeah, I'm really happy with how this is turning out. We're getting very close to getting something that I can finally show to other people and have them play it, which is a very exciting place to be, I think. Cool. We will continue this next time. All right, bye for now. Have a good Wednesday.